Okay, so we have some more parts of the boat, and we're going to have another go up spraying some basket weave. This bit is going to take later on. I'm going to take a camera and what have you, and underneath all the electronics are going to go on there. So what we've done this time, because they're a bit smaller, we've put 9mm tape, and I've got 10mm gaps in between each one, so that allows when we put our next one over to give a slight overlap. And also this time I've made up a little jig to go down on these lines when we do the lines, so we can spray down on the lines as we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to give it a little spray now, some little bits and pieces, and then we'll see how it comes out on the first attempt. Right, we're going to use this Ford Red Metallic again, just to give it a little bit of a go. We only want to give it a little light spray, but first of all we're going to do a little bit of the back, just to get the feel of it. And this is the bit we're going to do. Do a little bit more and then come back. And I'm going to do a little bit more on this area. Just a light spray at first. Don't need to be too heavy. You can always put paint on, but it's more difficult to take it off. So we'll turn it around. Right, I'm going to carry on, and we're going to do this one as well, just along here. So I'm going to carry on and get all the outside done now, and then come back. Okay, so I've added a little bit of spray over the main bit there. So we're going to give it in a second a little tiny bit of a spray over the actual thing itself. So we're going to put a little bit on it. I don't want it to be very light. And this is what we want to do now. A nice light spray in between the masking tape. And at the minute it's looking okay. You don't want to go very heavy through here. Now what we've got is I've made this up, and what we're going to do is we're going to put that over them little dots in a straight line. I've not tried this before, but we'll see if it works. And now we want to spray that little bit there. A little bit darker than the first one. Once that's done, we lift that up as we can see it's done, and then go over the next one, and then do it again. Like so, and that's how it's going to go. Now I'm going to carry on now, and then I'll come back when it's done. Okay, so here's the first coat done. We've done our lines there, and we've done our lines that way. So we're going to let it dry now, and I've just got a little bit more paint left in here, so I'm going to go a little bit more around the edges, just to darken it down a bit around the edges. There's not a lot of paint left in here, so I won't be using much. But we'll let it dry, and then we're going to remove all the masking tape, or the masking tape in the inside, and then we're going to replace the masking tape again, and then have another go. So we'll be back a bit later. Okay, so the masking tape from the centre has been removed, and this is what we've actually got at the moment. This is what we're trying to achieve: light and dark all the way through, and then the same on this one. So it does feel fairly dry at the moment, but I'm going to take it home and dry it out properly, because I don't want the masking tape to stick to the next bit. So I'll be coming back a bit later. I'm going to remask it, and then we'll start again and do the next part. Right, the next stage, we've gone back over it again. We've covered the pieces that we've sprayed with masking tape, and we've remarked it out. This time the marks are inside where the light lines are, and what we're going to do is going to give it a nice light spray again, and then go back over again with our lines, and at the end we're going to go round again with more on the outside to try and darken it down. So we'll give it a little bit of a start and just see what it looks like. Nice and light as before. Just keep it nice and steady. Gonna go through. Right, I'm going to carry on now. I'm going to give this a nice little light over, and then I'll come back in a little while and show you how it comes out. Right, I'm giving that a light spray over there, and as before, what we're going to do is put our piece of alley down, and then hopefully go in between. Okay, so there it is. There's sprayed the lines, and we sprayed all around the edges, and we're just going to let it dry a little bit, and then we're going to take off the all the masking tape and then have another look at it then. Okay, so I removed all the masking tape, and this is it. For some reason it looks more like a chessboard than basket weave this time, but maybe it's just me the way I'm looking at it. There doesn't seem to be no real sharp lines on it, but it's looking really good. I'm really pleased with the way it looks, and it will sit lovely on the boat. This paint is really good stuff. I think it's better than the stuff you buy for airbrushes. It seems to go an awful long way, and it's very cheap, and it does spray really well, so I'm really pleased with this paint as well.